I'm Taj Michael, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be repainting the Jurassic World Rebirth Lab Lockdown Tyrannosaurus Rex, and we're going to be giving it the color scheme of Thrasher Rex from Kenner. Let's get into it.
So the first thing I'm going to do here, I take some yellow ochre and white paint and I mix the two together, and it's about 70% white, 30% yellow, and I'm just going to paint the entire underbelly of the figure. So here I'm wiping away some of the paint to blend the colors. Well, we don't have any other colors on there yet, but it'll be blended later when we add the yellow. And here I'm just taking some white and just dry brushing the bottom of the jaw. So here I'm taking just some normal yellow and also yellow ochre, and I'm mixing the two together. And now we're gonna paint the entire figure. Just coat the entire thing. So I'm dry brushing here. I'm not taking the paint and having it all thick and just getting it into all the cracks and stuff. I still want some of the brown to show, just adds a bit of realism. Makes it look more realistic. I'm also wiping some of the paint off. And here I'm taking some brown so I can do a bit more dry brushing. Just brings out the detail. I'm also doing that on the arm here because the hinge joint could get a bit of the paint rubbed off. So I'm just going to paint a bit of brown around that area, so if the paint does rub off, it's not that noticeable. I'm also just dry brushing the whole thing. Now I'm just taking some yellow and a bit more white added to the mixture and just dry brush the head, and then continuing to base coat the entire figure in yellow. So now, like I said, I'm just painting some of the brown around the arm. I'm also putting some on the head, just to darken it up a little bit. Doing that on both sides. And now onto the back. So I've got grass green, holiday green, and flat green. And first I'm just gonna take the flat green and just put it all over the back of the figure. The entire back section of the figure is gonna get covered in green. So now here I'm taking the holiday green, which is a bit of a lighter green, and dry brushing over the dark green, just to add some variation in the different shades of green, and also bring out some of the detail. And I also put the green on the leg, over here. And now time to do the stripes. So I just took some black and a fine paintbrush and just started painting stripes. A lot of stripes. And I'm not really following any reference image here, I'm just painting the stripes however I want to. So it's not gonna match the reference image 100%, but still looks good. And here I'm just adding some white to the jaw on that big on the big scale right there, because I kept going over that. I didn't like it every time I did that. I think it looks fine right now, so I just settled on like a gray, and I also dry brushed a bit of yellow on the face. And now to paint that big scar he has on his snout, so I took some reddish pink, and just painted the scar. And now I've got like some flesh tone, and I'm just gonna paint it over a little bit, not completely covering it up, just like adding. Also wipe some of it off. And I took a flesh wash and just covered the scar in that. And here's the end result. I think it looks pretty good. I did forget to put the stripes on the leg, but I was kind of getting bored of painting stripes, so maybe I'll do that at a later date. But yeah, the chomping feature still works, and the paint doesn't get rubbed off when you use it. Though on the tail, it does rub off a little bit, especially the underbelly paint. So either use a sealer, or you can trim off some of the plastic before you start painting with like an X-Acto knife and some sandpaper. But I didn't do that.
Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright,